Guys, you're never going to believe this. SCP-Containment Breach has lore!
What the Sigma? What the Sigma?
Sup guys, Stoob here. So, about 6-ish months ago, I made a video about SCP-Secret Lab's lore. And in that video, I said that Containment Breach happens in its lore. And I figured to round off this trilogy of videos covering SCP-Containment Breach's lore. So, quick disclaimer, I don't really plan on covering the entirety. Like, if there's an SCP that exists here, I'm going to be like, oh hey, an SCP exists, wow! Instead, it will be based on SCPs that either had something changed in its lore, or very cool lore implications, plus the main story. Anyways, plus if I missed something that's very important, feel free to harass me in the comments. Further ado, 3, 2, 1, go! We haven't made it past the main menu, and there's already lore. Although most of it's pretty cryptic, so it's like the gestalt is growing, something like that. It's just there. It does have something to do with our main character, though, so that's pretty cool. So, you wake up in this dark cell, and you get this pamphlet that says, you're a D class, which the D stands for totally screwed. You're basically the stuff the Foundation chucks at the scary monsters. And your first assignment is to do something with 173. I'm not entirely sure what, but you do something. Oh yeah, this is Agent Olgren. He's a pretty cool dude. Anyways, all the bad things happen with some sort of containment breach. Oh no! And now you have to get out. Unlike Secret Lab, where light containment is like, oh, light containment? Hardly know her. This light containment has a lot more cool things in it. For example, this infinitely looping hallway that is scary. I wonder what happens if we go in this one last hallway, because this body floating is pretty cool. Okay. Let's go in again!
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more!
Another cool SCP in light containment is SCP-1162, which is a hole where if you stick your hand in, you'll pull something out from your past. Which this paints us a picture of who we were. We were Benjamin Walker, a level 4 researcher, which is pretty cool. However, the reason we became a D class is us studying some sort of gestalt effect, which we weren't allowed to study. When you walk down a hallway, you'll find a dead body that drops from the sky. Now, we don't know for sure who this dead body is, but it is implied to be Dr. Maynard. We'll get to him shortly. So, just like in Secret Lab's PEARS, shameless plug, there's a lockdown going on. Although, two really. And light containment is locked down for us not to go into heavy. However, when we flip a switch to turn off the lockdown, guess who comes in to ruin our day?
Do not be afraid. I am the cure.
Mr. Birdface. For Containment Breach, we don't know when it takes place. For all we know, it could be taking place today. However, since I so dubiously claimed that it takes place in Secret Lab's canon as well, let's say it's 2011. Alright? Or 2012 when the game came out. Now, as much as people hated the rewrites, I enjoyed 049's. So, if we are going to take the whole entire Dr. Ham ordeal, then we need to look at the facts, because it takes place in 2017. If we are assuming that Containment Breach either takes place the date it came out, we'll have to consider a few things. First, the dates of Dr. Ham get retconned to, I don't know, an earlier date. I would say 2009, because 9 is a cool number. They don't happen, and they follow the original lore that was out when this game came out, which is probably the right answer, or I'm just overthinking this. Oh yeah, one last thing. So, you know 1499? Apparently, it has lore that says that they teleport to the real world, although they see everyone as these spooky, scary monsters. I don't know why, but whenever I get beaten up by the 1499-1s, I always think of this.
Oh, there's another one it's a little woman who looks like Mother Goose. She's got, oh, she beat him. She's got this U-bit bag. She's got, oh, she beat him. She's got this U-bit bag. It's huge. It's about the size of her. She's about 4 foot nothing. She hit him over the head. Everything went all over the place. Her Bible fell. Oh, she just hit him in the head with a Bible.
Anyways, let's move to Heavy. When we wander through Heavy, we find notes of a certain guy named Dr. L. As in Luigi? Basically, Dr. L is being stalked by Larry after a previous incident where Larry broke out and traumatized Dr. L with his Larry ways. Also, people say that the reason 106 spawns near this coffin is because, like, this is like a friend of his he knew back in the war. Maybe. That's a bit of a stretch, but okay. Also, we break this dude's knees! So you know the mask? Yeah, like SCP-035. Basically, there's this one weird theory. Since he knows the exits to Gate A is a lot safer than Gate B, some say that it could be Dr. Maynard, although it could be someone else, maybe. After getting into Entrance Zone and potentially hearing Jimmy say that Mom said it was my turn on the Xbox, we find Dr. Maynard's office. If we put in the key code that we found in the pocket dimension, or he did something weird with the radio, the door opens and you'll find this note in his office that says, "You made it so easy. Nice work, Foundation." Alright, I'm going to be saying a lot of things very fast, so, get ready. So, basically, Dr. Maynard and this security agent Skinner are Chaos Insurgency spies, and they're sneaky. So basically, first things first, Maynard made the modular site, which is his way of making things a whole lot easier for the Chaos Insurgency to win. Earlier, Agent Skinner releases 106 from containment for some reason, and he gets recontained. Then, probably while things are in chaos, Dr. Maynard talks to 079 and lets him free, which kickstarts the main game. So hooray! But judging by the pool of 106, Maynard probably didn't make it. He got sucked in by Larry. Or he's 035's body. He probably just got eaten by Larry. As for security agent Skinner, well, let's just say he skedaddles his way out of there. So, thumbs up for him, I guess. Well, now we know how the breach started. Let's check Dr. L's office and... Uh-oh. Now, we can assume that Dr. L just got abducted by Larry. However, there's this very cool fan theory that I, enjoy a lot. So, apparently, there's a theory that Dr. L became the 106 we deal with in the game. Crazy, I know, but there is some truth to it. The guy eventually goes crazy after 106, basically spooks him. And his office is, entirely covered in, Larry material, so, plus, we don't know his full name. Who knows, his last name could be Lawrence. And who else is named Lawrence? Why, our beautiful friend Larry, of course. There's this blue key in containment called SCP-860 that if you take it all the way to entrance, there's this door. If you unlock the door with the key, then you get transported to this weird dimension where you are hunted down by this giant killer kitty cat. We find notes from a researcher who got lost in the woods and is I don't know, she's definitely lucid and eventually says our name and knows that we're in here. Wow, that's freaky. So, when you do a little flippy flip and go to 079's containment, we find 079. And he wants to control the facility, so he gives us a little deal. If you flip the flippy thing back on that gives him all the control, he'll open up Gate B for you so you can escape. Now we're having two conflicting answers. One being 035 saying go to gate A, and 079 telling us to go to gate B. Man, I love different endings. Okay, let's talk endings, shall we? There are 4 total endings. 5 if you count the cut ending, which the cut ending is very lame. It's just 173 killing you. Basically, the first 2 endings where 682 breaks out, and they have to use the alpha warheads. The first ending is the alpha warheads go off. The second ending is if you turned off the alpha warheads don't go off. Bad news for you is you still get killed. Womp womp. However, there's the gate A endings, which those ones are my favorite ones. The first is you get captured by the 9-tailed fox if you recontained a Larry. Or they're like, oh, this guy could be an SCP. Now, let's talk about D9341. Because Benjamin is basically an SCP. He has the ability to relive moments over and over and over again. Most people say it's a curse, but I would say it's a blessing because it gives us more of an opportunity to escape. People would argue, no, you keep on looping even when you get the endings. And I would say, nay, because I don't want to. I want to escape. Well, good news for me. There's another Gate A ending where you escape with the Chaos Insurgency. Sure, they're probably not going to treat you coolly, but hey, in Secret Lab's terms, I escape and win. Well, the video's almost done. Pretty cool that I have a full-blown trilogy now. Thank you guys for watching, and especially thank you guys to the people who've been around since the first lore video. Like, seriously, it's cool that 6 months ago, I was only at, like, 5 subscribers. Well, it's time to wrap up this video. See ya, guys. Shoot! I almost forgot! You know that clip I showed earlier that was like an animation of Containment Breach? That was made by a guy named Clickslux. Basically, he's making this SCP movie. That's a Containment Breach movie. No, not that one. This one over here. Guess who's in it? Like, take a guess. If you guessed SCP Wyatt, you're correct. But I'm also in it too! Hooray! So, yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna be a star! Like Kathleen Kennedy. Either way, I'm pretty hyped about this movie when it comes out. Anyways, see ya, guys.